Oh, hello everybody. I've been having a horrible morning. I mean, I have not been this unhappy, this just discontent with myself in quite some time. Like, I thought last month was bad, and it was. But if you hear in my voice, if you hear how I sound stuffed up, well, I'm gonna be transparent here. I'm not gonna BS you. Yes, it is because I am crying, and it's because I've come to a horrible realization of something. I had a horrible epiphany. You see, last night I was watching a movie, right? And then I go to bed. And you know what? Let me just blow my nose real quick. So let me just get it out of the way. Hold on. Hold on. All right. There we go. So yeah, I went to bed and there was a time I was just so tired after the movie. I was passed out. I was exhausted. And then I laid my head down and I began to get some rest. And as time goes on, bro, I just could not fall asleep. Like, my body literally, physically would not let me fall asleep. And it got to a point where, it was like, oh my god, am I even going to get any sleep? And then I came to the realization of something. You know, excuse my words, but this is fucking life, bro. This is just part of living life. You know, I asked myself something very recently, and it's a bold question that I don't think nearly enough people have asked themselves throughout history, and that is, what is even the point of life? Let me be more specific. You could just, like what happened to me, you could just get naturally fucked over, bro. Someone who you love can naturally get fucked over just out of the blue, on its own. Well, maybe someone else. Yeah, they're walking. Someone hits them with their car and now you're heartbroken. This shit happens too often. And we don't ever sit down and ask ourselves, like, man, why are we even here? At a certain point, guys, you gotta start asking yourselves, why are you even here on this earth? You know, in 2 minutes it'll be 8 a.m. where I am. However, I'll be honest with you. I have been, I've been up since, I haven't slept. Only now am I able to make this video. But I'll be real, it hit me so much this morning because it was like, bro, what are we doing with our lives? What am I doing with my life? And maybe that's more of a me question, but that's neither here nor there. Let me ask you guys something. Have you ever bothered asking yourselves or somebody else this question? What's the point of life? Why are we even here? If shit like this is gonna happen most of every fucking day, what's even the point? You notice you'll always get the same canned fucking ChatGPT coded programmed response, cut and paste response. Well, because God wouldn't like that. Fuck off. Fuck off. I mean, that's the best you have. If I want to know the purpose, if I want to know the purpose of my place on this earth, I want facts. I want a fact. I want something that I can actually see with my eyes and have no problem with that. I give you facts. You give me some magical man in the sky who says I'm gonna burn forever. Give me real proof and facts and evidence and statements that I can test and demonstrate and verify myself. If I cannot do that, then it is not a fact. Guys, I'm making it very simple for you. I'm just going by definition here. Okay? None of you listen. None of you ever listen to any of our grievances. None of you ever ask these deep questions because it's bothering you. It's bothering you. And some people say, "Oh, well, Alex, if everyone thought like that, if you bring up these things, then it'll cause chaos." If bringing awareness to our predicament will cause chaos, that's pretty bad. That means we don't have a society that's aware. That means we have a society that doesn't know their place in life, but doesn't fucking want to know their place in life. They just listen to whatever other random people say who they never met a day in their life. They rather listen to books written by primitive idiots who didn't know anything about science, medications, diseases, basic common sense, physics. Didn't even know that the earth was a fucking sphere. Shit like that. News media, whatever. And you rather listen to that than try to go out in the world and see what you can find yourself. It's sad, man. It's fucking sad. I mean, I don't want to be like, you know, I don't want to be an asshole here, but I think it's time. I'm 23, guys. I think it's time that we start to, people in my age group and younger, honest to God, even though I don't believe in a God, I think it's time we start addressing something here. People, when it comes to this subject that I'm speaking on, people 40 and older, especially people 50 and older, I noticed, are completely out of touch. They are not willing to answer questions like this and engage in these types of discussions. Why? Because it would uproot their entire worldview that they've held their entire lives. Whether it be based in religion, toxic masculinity, whatever you want to call it. They don't want to ask these questions. Because it would be traumatizing. That's my best guess. Because why else? I mean, think about it, guys. Think about it. You know, in the predicament I'm talking about, finding your place. These fucking people. I mean, they talk about. Let me list some things here, okay? They call us weak, lazy. They say that we're useless. We've been called, I mean, even the demographic in their 30s, I think, is in a similar predicament as us. We've been called, I mean, all types of names. All kinds of things. Because these people are not willing to engage with the conversation. Willing to engage with the topic at hand that, hey, look, something is not right here. people are not happy with their place living on this earth, and you view them as a bunch of pussy whining losers, fuck you. Fuck all of you. And if you use religion as your excuse, fuck you even harder. Fuck you all the way. I have no problem saying that. If your entire moral compass and code comes from a book written, what was it, 2,000, 3,000 years ago, by a bunch of ancient humans who didn't know shit about the world, who thought the earth was flat, who didn't know anything about architecture, diseases, mathematics, didn't know anything, who claimed that there is a creator out there who is all-knowing and all-powerful, and you better worship him every single day, or else guess what? You're gonna burn in a pit of fire for the rest of eternity after you're out of this world. And that last part is in there to keep you docile, to keep people from questioning. All those fucking thousands of years ago, and you are still fucking falling for it. You are still going by a book that has never even been proven to be even remotely true or accurate. The Bible gets a fuck ton of things wrong about history and reality, and in fact, there is actually a great debate amongst many Bible scholars on whether or not a Jesus even existed. So, for all you middle-aged and older folks watching this video, no disrespect, but history doesn't exactly bear out your Bible in the way that you might want it to. So, maybe stop using that as your sole fucking moral code and start getting a little fucking real. There's people out here who do not know their purpose in life, who see an endless road ahead of them and see nothing but despair, sadness, discontent, whatever. I'm in that predicament right now. And guess what? It seems like nobody respects it. Nobody outside of the family. I mean, like, I've gone through, for quite some years now, asking myself this question, because I think it's so important. I think it's so, like, sorry about that. I think it's so important that we sit down and have these discussions, because we need to. We need to have these discussions. We need to get inside everybody and get to know each other better. Get to connect better, but we're not willing to do that. Because we're still going off of this fucking pick yourself up by your bootstraps mentality that anything and everything that you have an issue with about being on this earth, about being unhappy, is a moral failing on you. Fuck out of here. No, it isn't. We gotta stop blaming every individual for every individual problem and start looking at the full picture. Okay? Full picture. Not one person. Full picture. Guys, I am just so glad I can come out here and talk about this. I am so glad. I'm so glad. I mean, on YouTube, guess what? Nobody from my family watches my videos. That's right. Nobody. So, you know what that means? That means I can say, not only say whatever the hell I want, but express myself however the hell I want. I could be quiet, I could scream and yell, I could be happy, I can cry. I could do almost anything. I can actually be myself and be unfiltered like I am right now. I can be Alex. Okay? Not your boy Alex. Not that homie Alex from school. No. Just Alex. I can be Alex. Man, the internet is a beautiful thing. So with that, I'm probably going to leave the rant here. But I wouldn't call it a rant. I would call it a wake-up video. It's a wake-up call to all of you out there who don't bother asking yourself the question of why you're on this earth. If every or most days of your life you're gonna go through some form of discontent, unhappiness, getting fucked over, whatever, naturally getting fucked just by being alive, then why are you alive? That is a question more people need to start asking themselves. We've been far too afraid to ask ourselves that. Far too afraid. Because we keep using metrics that don't matter. Like how much faith that person had in God. You ever heard that? Right? This person fell into depression. This person took their life because they didn't embrace Jesus Christ. Yeah, once again, the guy you can't even prove actually existed. We're just passing down stories we heard from mom and dad because we're too stupid to think for ourselves. So we're gonna go around spreading what we heard as children because we have no education or common sense. Well, we're bigoted, racist, misogynistic people, and have always been, and very proud of it, because that's the godly way. Go fuck yourself. I'm out of here. Thank you for listening.